Alright, so let's take a look at this injury report going into the game tomorrow. Because let's be honest, this is not looking too good for us. So Keem Davis-Gaither is officially out for the game tomorrow. He did not participate in practice all week. Pretty simple at this point. He's probably not going to be back for a good amount of time. He was out last week. He's out this week. And that knee injury is really messing him up. So we're probably not going to see him back on the field for a good amount of time. His loss in this game definitely sucks because every member of that defense losing anybody sucks. But at least he's not a critical player like some of these other guys on this list are. So T. Higgins practiced in limited fashion on Friday. Again, it really comes down to a pain tolerance thing with him, so he's questionable going into tomorrow's game. Cam Taylor-Britt on Thursday, Cam Taylor-Britt is still going through concussion protocol. He was full participant in practice on Friday. As long as he passes the concussion stuff, he is ready to go, and he'll be fine for this game. Obviously, we will see a lot more DJ Turner because the guy we are talking about later down on this list. Orlando Brown did have a groin problem. He was limited on Wednesday, but he was a full participant in practice on Thursday and Friday, which is awesome. Irv Smith is fully back from his hamstring injury, so he will be playing tomorrow, which is awesome. We have another vertical threat in this offense, especially with T. Higgins limited, because even if T does play, he's going to be on a limited snap count no matter what. There's no way they're going to put him out there and have him play every single down. It just wouldn't make sense in any logical situation for them to do that. Cheeto, here's the problem. He had a back injury, and this actually kind of stemmed up on Thursday in practice, and it doesn't look good. It really doesn't. His back injury looks like it could hinder him a lot. He did not participate in practice on Friday, and we do not know if he's going to play tomorrow. He's going to be a game time decision. I heard some rumors that people saying that he could go down to doubtful for this game tomorrow. And if he doesn't play, then we're going to have to step up everywhere else on this defense in the secondary. Obviously, for the most part, Arizona outside of Hollywood Brown, they don't really have that crazy of a receiving core, which is good for us, especially if, we aren't able to have Cheeto out there. But Joshua Dobbs is playing really good football. And I know it's weird to say that, but he actually looks like a very capable player. I kind of compare Joshua Dobbs this year to how Geno Smith was last season, where, everyone expected him to be a nothing burger. No one expected anything special. He got traded from the Steelers over to there, so no one really expected much. Well, not Steelers, Brown traded him. But you know what? He looks good. So if that's the case, losing Cheeto for this game is going to really suck. But we're just going to have to step up. Again, like I said, we do have, Cam Taylor-Britt. Hopefully he plays. DJ Turner, Mike Hilton, Jalen Davis. And we might see either Sidney Jones pop up a little bit or possibly, potentially, Poison Ivy. So, again, they have a couple guys they like. Obviously, Poison Ivy's still on the roster, so they'll probably go with Poison Ivy here over going like someone like Sidney Jones, but it's very possible they go with Sidney Jones because of how important this game is. They might not want a rookie in that spot. They might want to have a veteran player they can really elevate and see what he can do for this team, right? Or Alan George. Again, like I said, there's so many options they could go with, but that's the positive thing here, right? Is that we actually do have options. Trey Hendrickson did not participate on practice on Friday. He's also having a back injury that stemmed up on Thursday. He had back-to-back rest days, and then Friday he had the back injury. Based on what I'm saying, he should be fine. He should be playing tomorrow without any, setbacks or other problems. But yeah, no, this is not good. I mean, we have a quarterback who has a calf strain injury still. And again, he's still recovering. He's a lot better than he was a couple weeks ago, but he's still recovering from that. And then we have all these other injuries going into this game. I'll make a video about this. Actually, I'm going to say what I'm about to say. There's a video at 12 o'clock to see another problems happening for this upcoming game. Make sure you check that out. But the only bright side in all this is that we're getting back Irv Smith. That's really the only positive thing to take away from this injury report right here is Irv Smith is going to be back. Because even if Cheeto does play, now I'm going to be scared of him maybe injuring himself even more in this game. T. Higgins, if he plays, he could injure himself even more. Thankfully, Cam Taylor-Britt looks like he'll be fine. And obviously, Orlando Brown will be and Trey Hendrickson. But, man, we're really just in a pickle right now, aren't we? 1-3, and we have some key injuries right now. All right, so for the Cardinals, their running back, Ingram, did not. Oh, he limited participant in practice on Thursday and Friday. He is questionable for this upcoming game. That's gonna be interesting. And his status, I think, is probably gonna be a game time decision. That's gonna be interesting to see how much, they utilize him in this game, especially with him having a neck injury. I expect him to be limited, maybe on a snap count. And if that's the case, their main running back is James Conner. We already know him from Pittsburgh. And then this is their backup guy. This is their second string running back. So if they don't have a second string running back, they might rely a lot less on the run game and a lot more on the pass game. Which again, with our secondary being hindered, normally it would work out for us because that means we could send different, blitzes, exotic looks, Ludini can get to work. But because of our secondary being hindered, it actually really counters us here, right? Because if anything, we want them to run the ball because our secondary is kind of, in a mess right now. But because they might not have their backup running back, it might change a little bit of things here. The linebacker, unspecified injury, he'll play. Dennis Daly, most likely he will play. He is questionable, most likely he will play. They did rule out two players. They ruled out Garrett Williams, their corner, and their defensive end, Jonathan Ledbetter. Josh Woods is questionable for this game, but most likely he will play. And Will Hernandez, their guard, did not participate in practice on Friday, limited on Thursday. There's a chance he does not play that game. But again, as we learned last week, just because the offensive line is out, or linemen are out, doesn't mean anything when it comes to us being able to increase getting pressure after their quarterback. It's going to be a long game, guys. It's going to be a very, very long game, and this is not going to be easy. This game's not going to be easy. Neither will the, game against the Seahawks or any of the rest of the games this season. But as Joe said, and he said it best, this is a must-win game. So no matter what way, how we do it, no matter what way we do it, we got to find a way to get this W here and continue to run, toward the playoffs. And it's going to be tough, but I have faith in our boys. I think we got it. I think we'll get a W here. And let's go, guys. Who day out.